What is going on, guys? Welcome back to phase 2 of the build vlog series of my home studio YouTube office slash setup. So let's just do a quick walkthrough of what we've done so far and what we're going to do today. Alright guys, so here it sits. As you saw from actually my latest video, I did shoot in this setting, though it's still a big work in progress, and it's definitely starting to get messy. Here, just sitting on my desk, and the big main thing that we're going to be doing for this video is getting those 3 monitors mounted up against that wall. So that's going to offer me a lot of space in terms of this desk here, because what I used to have actually was a bit wider than this, so I'm kind of feeling a little cramped, as well as it's just going to clean up the aesthetic so much, and it's going to allow me to pull all those cables up and run them very cleanly. And we got some cables down here too, which are kind of not terrible, but not great. Ed from TechSource would not approve.
That is not right.
Anywho, so that is what the main focus of this video is going to be, doing that today. So how are we going to accomplish that? Well, I got a box of goodies down here, and what we picked up are some kind of basic mounts for TVs or monitors, depending on what you want, and this will work completely fine for my monitors. But they're 3 basic, just kind of swivel mounts. They don't have like a whole lot of adjustability to them, and that's okay, because for what we're doing here, and I'll actually link a video in the description where I took some guy's idea. I was just kind of getting some ideas, some inspiration for how to mount my monitors, but he took a big board like this. Obviously this is too long. I'm gonna cut that down to size, and basically what he did is he took that board and then put it on his wall, so that way he had a lot of adjustability, basically, where he could put those monitor mounts. So why am I doing that? Well, obviously it gives us adjustability up, down, left, right, but I want to make sure that they're securely mounted. So what I'll do is I'll mount the board to the studs of the wall and then mount the monitor mounts to the board. So that way, one, if I ever change monitors, all I got to do is just change the location of where they're mounted on the board without having to tear up my wall so much. So that's kind of the benefit and the reason why we're doing that. So the next thing what we're going to be doing too is not as much of a major task, but we're going to be putting some LEDs into the setup. Really the only LEDs I got going on is like the PC and the keyboard and mouse, but got 2 packs of these Govee RGB strips. These are the big strips, I think 48 or 62 inches, something like that, but basically it's enough to span the entire U-shape of the desk and around. So hoping for some lighting action up on the walls and down on the floor to kind of give this space a little more tech YouTuber-y style feel. Then last thing we have in the box is just some cable management stuff that I'll be running along the wall, so that way I can tuck up all the cables behind the monitors and underneath the desk, get things nice and cleaned up. And then the last thing really is just I'm topping off the setup here for now, although we still won't be complete by the end of this video, but I'm topping the setup off with just this RGB mouse mat that I got from Corsair. Gonna put this over here on the desk, mainly to protect the finish and all the hard work that me and my wife put into doing these desks, but also my mouse pad from Corsair is getting a little old and getting a little worn out, but I just kind of wanted something as larger, kind of, you know, like I said, one, protected the finish, but also kind of created a little more cohesive design through and through, and something I can put my keyboard onto, etc. So I think it'll be a good little touch. So guys, that is it as far as phase 2 goes for this office build slash studio build. Like I said, it's going to be covered in multiple videos, and as you can probably tell with the echo in this room, yes, it's still wide open. I don't have it closed off. I'm still working on a contractor to try to get that done, but I have plenty of other things that I need to get done, especially as we know in this video, being getting those monitors mounted, get some cable management done, LEDs. So let's jump into that, and hopefully we have a good finished product that isn't too much of a headache. Alrighty guys, so we are done with this phase of the project, and I am done too. This has been a lot of work. Definitely was a lot more work installing those monitors behind me, and also the Govee LEDs. I got kind of all tangled in a mess, and I had to redo some areas, so got that all taken care of though. And so let me show you what we got. We'll start with the monitors and show you the cable management stuff. Come on back here to the monitors here. So as mentioned, we got the board that basically is holding up all of the monitor mounts and also holding up all my power strips for my LEDs and the monitors themselves. Actually plugging the LEDs into that power strip, which is nice. But give you guys an idea here is just got everything all nice and tied up either along the monitor arm and through the cable management raceway. I had to cut some of the cable raceways to fit in between the monitor slots, but basically the idea here is putting them in between the monitor arms and then running the cables through them. This one over here is starting to take on a lot of cables and things are kind of spilling out, but it's all kind of put together there nicely. And from the angle that you would see things, obviously that doesn't make any difference. Out of sight, out of mind. And can't see anything from down below. Now we do have one cable raceway running to the bottom or towards the underneath side of my desk. That is just for the power for the actual power strip, so we can get power up here and power the monitors, etc. But then everything else is basically just tucked and run through that and then comes back out into the back of the PC, so that way we have the nice clean look. So super happy with that. It looks super legit. It was a lot of work, but it was 1000% worth it. So we did do some LED installs. So let me flip off some of my studio lights so that way we can see what the final product looks like and give my dog some underglow lighting. All right, turn off this last studio light and we are dark, but let there be light. Strip 1 and strip 2 on the Govee LED app on your phone, which by the way makes this so freaking amazing. All I did was set some colors right now. They're just some static colors, the kind of turquoise and purple theme that obviously, as you guys know, I carry through on my PC as well as through my keyboard and mouse and stuff. By the way, the Corsair RGB mouse mat looking pretty dope. Still kind of not laying 100% flat because it's been rolled up, but I really like it. It definitely, you know, takes up a good amount of real estate on the desk and looks really good. But stay tuned for, obviously, we've got much more work to do. I still have to close in this room. Got some other things to do on this back wall because, as you guys saw, the lighting is good, but it's only really good for like under desk lighting, so there isn't a lot of light projection up on my walls yet, which I definitely want to accomplish. Not sure exactly how I'm gonna do that, so if you guys got some ideas, definitely throw them my way in the comments. But that about wraps up this video. Thanks for tuning into this one. I appreciate your time, and stay tuned for more phases of this build and this completion of this YouTube/dream office setup. Catch you guys later.